Hey, AFrame Daydream here. Getting ready to do some repairs, modifications. Mother Nature. Mother Nature can be kind of a biznitch sometimes. Um, the other morning we had kind of a weird incident. Really high winds, lots of rain, thunder, lightning. Basically 3:30 or something in the morning, both of us woke up to a crack of thunder. The dog said, "Hey dudes, this is not cool," and we started just assessing the situation. Well, after a little bit of time, the rain sort of died down a little bit. We went out and looked in the camper, and a bunch of water in the camper. Freaked out. Could not figure out right away where the water was coming from. Figured it out a little bit later as the day wore on. Turns out that gnarly wind we had popped the top of our camper open just enough for it to rain really hard inside. No damage was done, but just a lot of water to clean up and a modification to occur. So with that in mind, we're going to install a
wind kit.
To prevent that from happening ever again.
So, anyways, we've read online a lot of posts about it. We've seen everything from
Ratchet straps
ratchet
being
straps,
the least technical, down to
pretty much about everything that you could read online.
everything you can think of.
We found one back when we got the camper in December. We were thinking about it because we knew we were going to be going out west. Hindsight's 2020. We went out west. We never installed anything. We
lucked out.
Yeah, we lucked out.
Literally, we lucked out.
But anyways, what we're gonna do today is, like she said, we're gonna do a high wind kit. There has been somebody else that has done this video. We've watched her video, and she did a really great job on that, Ruth. So we are subscribed to your channel. Other than that, if you guys don't want to watch this video, feel free to watch her video. It's pretty much the same thing. In other words, we're going to go ahead and get started here, but before we start, if you could, please subscribe and like this video. In other words, got anything else to say?
Nope.
Should be pretty straightforward, simple. We've got some aluminum, miscellaneous hardware,
A smattering of kibbles and bits. It's a nice hardware. We'll go over the hardware.
Yeah, we'll go over to the hardware while we're
as
doing
we
it.
kind of go.
Drill bits, a drill, and my wife's probably going to say the most important safety thing of everything.
Blue tape and safety glasses.
And, of course, safety glasses. So, in other words, let's get started. Hey guys, we are ready to get this project kicked off. Let's talk about how we're going to do this real quick. We're going to go right here up into this piece where this L bracket goes around. I know of a section in here, and I've already taken a look with the bolts that I'm going to be using, that it will not rub on the next panel that comes up and sits in there in that groove. So we're going to go ahead and get a piece of blue tape marked here, and then when I'm drilling, I'm going to have to actually be careful that I don't run into the bungees with the drill bit. So let's go ahead and get some safety glasses on. I am going to get a small drill bit. We're going to start off that way. We'll step it up just so the drill bit does not walk or anything. Another reason why I'm using blue tape. So I've got 1/4-inch bolts that I'm going to be using. So I got the 1/4-inch bit here. But like I said, we're going to start with an 1/8 of an inch, and then we'll go up to the 1/4 inch. So drill position. And I'm going to go ahead and remove my tape. And we got the hole drilled. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get one of the bolts. It does fit. Now the bolt that I'm using is a truss bolt. It's possibly one of the most bolts I could find with the thinnest head here on top. There is also what they call sidewalk bolts, also known as hurricane bolts. We could have gotten them, but we would have to order them. It's going to take just a little bit longer. I'm still going to do the same process. We're going to put some silicone around on the inside here. We'll put some silicone, a dab of silicone on the outside here when I put that nut on here. So what we're going to do is we're just going to really be doing a test fit to make sure everything fits. So when I mount the bar down here, it's just going to be right below that handle just a little bit. So it doesn't interfere with me. I will be able to reach it to move it from side to side. So let's go ahead and get this put in. That's about how far the bolt's going to stick out. I got 1.5 bolts because we're going to be adding some hardware to it. We've got the nylon nuts that we're using, 1/4 inch also. And what we're going to do is I've got washers that we're going to use. We're going to bead the washer on the inside too a little bit with some silicone. And when we put that on here, along with the nylon washer, we'll have a decent enough seal in here that we will not have to worry about water trying to come in anyway. So what I'm going to do is get the silicone out, get this ready to go. So give me a few minutes here. I'm going to go ahead and speed up the process of the silicone and putting this nut on, because of course it's going to take a little bit to get that nut on. In other words, give me a few, be right back. Alright guys, we are ready to get this done here. Okay, got me some silicone. We're going to get some into the back of this, right along that edge in here. So of course the last thing we want is leaks. Carefully, we're going to put this in without trying to get this on us. And there goes that well. Alright. Got a little bit on me, but that's quite okay. Now what I'm going to do is just put a little around the bolt on the outside here. Make sure it has a good watertight seal. Nuts, the washer, put the washer on. Now the truss bolts that I have a Phillips head on them, so we're going to get that in there. we go. I'm gonna get my tool cleaned off here. And the silicone. Okay, we got our first one on there. What we're gonna do is now drill a 1/4 inch hole in the aluminum. Aluminum's going to go over this, but we're going to put another washer on. And then we'll put the aluminum, put another washer, and then put another nylon nut. This would be act like our pivot. This will be our pivot point to go from down position or up position, or what we're going to say, wind kit ready or not wind kit ready. So that's what we're going to use. So we'll stick with that for now. Anyways. Be right back. We'll get to the drilling of the aluminum here. I gotta go grab a piece, and we'll kind of go through that, how we're gonna do that around the edges and stuff. See you in a second. Alright guys, here we are. We've got the piece of aluminum here. I went ahead and put some blue tape on it. What I did here is I took a 1/4, and it's probably gonna be hard to see, but I rounded the edge of the aluminum, what it's gonna look like. And I already drew the cross in there where I'm going to get the hole drilled at. So I'm going to go ahead and get that done. Right now I've got the 1/8 inch bit, and then I got the 1/4 inch bit. So we're just going to step up like I did before. Alright, that takes care of that. I think what we'll do here is we're going to test this to see if this theory will work. We're going to leave the tape on. I'm going to get the angle grinder here, and we're going to use that and try to round this aluminum. I'll probably wind up touching it up with a file when we're all said and done with both sides, but we want to go ahead and get this on, at least test everything, see how everything works. So let's go ahead and start the grinder, get this started. It's probably going to be loud, so we'll just kind of maybe go through a little fast forward of this while I'm doing it. I'm going to grab a little step stool, put this aluminum on so I'm not holding it, so give me a second. We're going to let that cool down just for a bit. It's a little warm. So, I'm going to take a break for a second. I actually like the results that come out. I want to get the blue tape off, see what we got. If I like everything, we're going to get this mounted up there, do our test fit where it's going to go. It's actually going to go just to right about the handle. The reason why to about the handle, that's like I said, where I can touch. We do have a Rockwood high wall, so everything's kind of a little bit taller, but this will give us enough for when we do have some bad weather come through that we'll feel a lot more comfortable. Now, if you've watched any other videos, are we worried about the walls coming in? No, we've actually got them closet rod supports that we put in before we went to Utah. So if you haven't gotten a chance, go ahead and check that out right over here, and I'll put a link up here. So, in other words, we're gonna let this cool down. Be right back. All right, guys, we are back. I do like how everything turned out with this rounded corner. We got that all trimmed up, got that blue tape off there. The hole and everything fits perfectly into there. So what we're going to do is go down here. We're going to get this lined up here with this handle. And then from there, we're going to cut the excess off, repeat the same thing up there at that hole that we did, getting it rounded. In other words, go ahead and sit here and watch me get this tape on, aligned where I want it, then I'm just going to wind up hacking it off with the angle grinder, what I don't need. So okay guys, here we go. I've got the other end down here, rounded, the hole drilled through it, got the bar attached up there to the top. This is going to be the most crucial part. I'm going to have to mark where I want this. So that I'm going to put blue tape for. And now, since I'm going to have a wash or drop that wrench. Since I'm going to have the nylon nut back there, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this nylon nut, I'm going to take it off. I've got a Sharpie that it will fit into the 1/4 inch hole that we drilled. So what I'm going to do is put the nylon nut onto the blue tape, give it pressure, and then poke with the Sharpie through. I've already tested this theory, and the Sharpie does make it all the way through with that nylon nut there. So it might take me a couple seconds to get this nylon nut there, just for the spacer. Or I drop it a few times like I just did. So we'll try this again. For now we lost it, but that's why I got more. That's why I got extra. Take the safety glasses off here. Maybe I can see a little bit better. And we'll do the nylon nut on the back side here. Now I'm going to put the Sharpie right where I want it, press, and look, and I should have a hole, or not a hole, a black mark. I hope I do. And I did. So we're going to try the next method I've got stored in my little brain. We're going to call it the KISS method. We're going to take and put this bolt in, put the nylon nut on the back side, pretty much paint the bottom of this with a Sharpie, touch it right against there. Should leave in some black marks where everything's supposed to go, and hopefully we're good to go from there. So let's see if this works. I think what I'm going to wind up doing is, I think this is going to be tight. I'm going to wind up drilling out this hole. I don't think I'm going to get it straight on. It ain't going to work like that. I got 4 bolts to go through. But this is going to give me a good estimate where this hole needs to be. So when I do oversize this hole a little bit, there won't be much play in it, I hope. So that's what we're shooting for. We'll see how this works. Get a screwdriver. Bolt in here a little bit. Of course, it's going to be really fun with one hand. Well, kind of one hand. Be easier with 2 people. But we'll make it work. Okay, I can feel that bolt just now touching my thumb. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and get this marked up here. going to do what I call the kiss method. It left me kind of an indentation of where the outer hole is supposed to be. I have a feeling I'm going to have to, what I can do is spin it and try that. It's like the threads kind of hit on the blue tape, so we'll try this again. We'll spin the bolt, see if it scores the blue tape and it gives us a better indication. I'm going to use a screwdriver to help with that. That's a lot better. That's a lot better. Okay. Now to put the hole in. This is where I said you're either going to be, you might have to step it up one more on your hole on this piece of aluminum. It could happen. Also, another thing is my piece of aluminum is 62 inches long, which puts me right about just a little bit under the handle, but not interfering with me grabbing this handle. So I'm going to get this drilled out, and I know this isn't going to go right, so it's going to happen to where I'm going to have to drill that hole out. You watch. So let's get some glasses on, get this towel moved over here, drill a hole, get this thing siliconed up, test fit it. I know it ain't gonna work. Let's try though. Now in this one, I'm going to actually just use the 1/4 inch bit to go through, because this is actually thinner aluminum. Up there was that piece of steel with the aluminum behind it. I wanted to make sure I didn't walk across the steel or anything. So here we go. There we go. It was just a really, really good tight fit in there. Get this tape off. Nice clean hole. Alright. Fits in there like a charm. I'm going to repeat that process of getting the silicone on the back side of the bolt. Right here on this. Get the bolt on with that washer, the nut, and then of course the silicone in between that washer and the outside here. So we'll get that done here, and then try to get this a test fit. Keep saying it, I'm going to drill that hole bigger. It's going to eat me. Alright, here we go. Let's see if I'm drilling another hole bigger. Oops, I forgot to take this nut out. So now I gotta get this nut out. My practice nut to get this hole drilled. Of course, not the easiest thing, like I said. We'll get her out. Slow and steady wins the race.
Oh yeah.
Mitzi's off camera laughing.
That's funny stuff.
Well, boy, I'm gonna have to say I'm drilling that hole bigger. But I'm pretty darn close. Pretty darn close.
Yeah, and I mean it's like you could probably get away with putting the same drill bit in and getting a little jiggy with it.
I think that's what I'm gonna try. But
get a little wiggly.
I think what I'm gonna do first though is, gosh, man, it's so close. It's so close. Am I kind of worried about it hitting the trailer or anything? Probably going down the road. Somewhat. If I think that that's a case, what I'll do is I'll put a pool noodle around it or something.
Oh, while traveling, that'll be awesome.
Yeah, why not? But yeah, it's a tight fit, guys.
But
yeah, I'm with Mitzi. We're gonna bore that out just a wee little bit. I think about that much will be fine. Alright guys, like how it fits. Now, here's the thing. Can we repeat the process over there? Alright, hey guys, here we are back. I already took care of the other side, did the same thing we did up here on this. Drilled the hole over on the other side for that part. That bolt you can't see because of the handle there. And so now we got to get the spot marked here and get the hole drilled. Got a different pair of safety glasses. Can't find my other ones. It's always good to have more than one pair, of course. So let's go ahead and get this hole mounted or marked, drilled, and check to see if everything fits. So far, I have not had to drill out that hole yet bigger. So we'll see if I get lucky on the last two. So here we go.
I'm only supervising because I'm short. Didn't do your up measurement though.
No. So what I'm going to do next. Give me that tape measure.
Thank you.
What I measured there was about 2 1/8, just coming down from the top. That ensures that I will be below the roof. On the inside, I'll be able to get it siliconed and everything. Did the same thing on the other sides. We're fine. So we're gonna get this thing drilled out. First of all, we gotta get that measurement. I just been doing a rough estimate, and it seems to be working. Where I just take the metal bar, put the bolt in, put the nut on the back side, and then I just been taking the screwdriver and just kind of marking the tape and then drill it out and put everything together, and I've been getting lucky. So If I can get lucky 2 more times, I will take it. Here's the test. Holy cow.
Oh, yeah.
I give that a thumbs up. I'm going to repeat the other thing on the same side, or the other side, sorry.
Same thing, other side, yeah. Second verse, same as the first. Sweet.
We can actually give it a test right now. So let's go ahead and move the ladder. We'll go in here. I'm just going to give it a push up.
No, you're not. Excellent. Win-win. Conclusion is we win. It works. Like, I'm going to climb up on this little step ladder and just try and push up the top. And it is a definite no bueno. This puppy ain't going to go anywhere. It's held down real nice. And it's very easy with 1 minute to apply and remove. We just have to remember to do that every time we set up in crap weather. Or I think it just might be a habit that we automatically set it up when we get to crap weather. But
Yep.
there it is. And this is in place so that it does its job. And obviously the other screw is on the other side so it can just swing where it needs to be when it needs to be there.
All right. And we've also got the other side done. So let me go over here and show you. We had to make some small adjustments because we do have the lift assist. Being that I made the bars 62 inches long, this one you'll notice the hole that matches up for when it's in its down position is back here. We drilled another hole here because when the roof comes down, that one would be in the way. So this is why you always measure everything, just to make sure, because the last thing you'd want to find out, you make a big mistake and then you got to fill a hole.
Which instead we just moved the hole on the aluminum up a bit.
Yep.
Since we hadn't managed to go that far. So.
Worked out great.
Did the trick. It doesn't move. It's absolutely not going anywhere. You cannot move either side up at all. They're very, very stable. So hooray for that.
Now I know most new A-frame campers, they do come with some kind of wind kit on them. We thought it would be beneficial for us, you know, after you spend a couple $1,000, well, more than a couple thousand for your rig, you don't want to have it being opened up like a can opener. So,
well, we discovered that it just takes a really good gust and a fair amount of wind to have to spend days upon days drying out carpet and wiping up messes. We did not have any permanent damage. No permanent damage.
Yep.
This is old carpet.
Old carpet we're going to throw away.
It's been through enough of, you know, it's been through enough. It's the second camper it's been in.
Yeah.
It was bandaged as it was, so we did what we did to get by, and we've got some more carpet that's going to get put in. So basically I dried out the other carpet so I can cut me a pattern, and I might just roll it up and stick it off to the side if this carpet gets shreked or something. But bottom line is, it's a mess inside the camper, so therefore we're outside the camper.
Yep.
Because projects mean disasters in the camper for the time being. The dog's very perturbed.
Yeah,
but,
it happens.
You know, she'll get over it. So.
But anyways, yeah, we got some more stuff lined up, of course. So we've got a couple more videos that we do want to get out. She's got the carpet she's going to work on sometime. I imagine that's going to be sometime soon before another camp trip. Other than that, I ain't got nothing else to say except for I'm happy with what we've gotten done this weekend. We've had nice weather this weekend to get it done, so that makes it extremely nice.
Unbearably hot. It was warm, but it wasn't gross. So
all right,
we're ready for that.
Other than that, guys, check you later.
Have a good one.
Bye.
Like, subscribe.